When I was going to middle school, we talked about Earth Day maybe for a half hour to an hour on Earth Day, and that was it.
I think we all have to do our part, and certainly the young people who have to live on this planet for many, many years to come have a very big stake in trying to have us do the right things to keep this a livable place.
Being involved in your community is first and foremost, something that people look up to. And so being involved in your community, being involved in a program and working towards a goal and achieving things that are good for the community will get noticed.
I think there are a whole lot of decisions you could make each and every day that could make a real difference.
I think that any time a group of students get together and are motivated to make a difference, it influences everybody in the school. It shows that students can articulate a cause about a cause. They can present things that are important to them to others, and they can actually represent themselves very well in terms of advocating for change or advocating for things to improve. And when it comes to the environment, there's a lot we can do, and it's wonderful to see students standing up and saying, yeah, we can make a difference here.
That might mean you talk to your parents, and you talk to your siblings, and you talk to your friends, and people make really good decisions on a much broader scale, and that's really important. How you ride, how you live, what you consume, all those things are important.
I think this would be great in all the schools in 4J, but it'll take students to lead that work. So maybe as you begin to see how productive it is here and how you made a change here, you can help us make those changes at other schools as well.
I mean, working together and building a movement is the only way that you can make the changes. If an individual tries to go it alone in changing public opinion, in changing a law in the state, they'll find it very difficult. But if you bring other people on board to join the cause, then you have more strength. And once you get enough people, then people like lawmakers and folks like that, they have to listen. So I really think that a club approach is a great way to start.
I know there are a lot of students who are very interested in the environment and very concerned about the environment, and I know that there are other schools that want to be green schools. So this is quite exciting that you've taken the initiative and taken the lead.
Actually, what I think you could do, should you choose to, is try to link up with other green schools and do a presentation to the school board and ask them to take it on in a bigger and stronger way. For instance, in Bethel's school district, with their new school buildings, our staff are working with them to make sure they make the greenest decisions possible. And they've been chosen, Willamette High School, for example, has been chosen as the most sustainable school in the state, and they're going to represent all of Oregon. So there are ways that we can work together, 4J and the city, to try to make sure together we are doing the best we can possibly do. And I think you have an important part in that, because I don't think there's anybody the school board is going to listen to more than to the kids they teach and the lives that they are looking at to prepare for the future.
And maybe it's actually having a meeting across the district of students who are concerned from all the schools and getting together and seeing if you can do something that's coordinated among all the middle schools.
I think that what you're offering with the Green Club here at Kennedy ought to be offered everywhere. I think that if it were just offered, schools would find that there's a lot more interest in it than perhaps than they knew previously.
And when people work together, that's the only way that change happens. In fact, as I look at all the issues that I confront and all the issues that are public issues, it's when people come together and they talk about the issues, they talk about finding solutions, and they actually take an active role in making a difference, whether that's writing letters or whether that's making changes in their personal lives, or whether it's voting for particular people, or it's choosing where they shop and what companies support the environment, what they're going to support with your dollars. All those things make a difference. And the more we become conscious of the ways that we can make a difference, the more we'll see change.
I serve on the budget committee, and on the budget committee, I serve on two relevant subcommittees: the Natural Resources Subcommittee, which I chair, which has all the environmental issues. I also sit on the Education Subcommittee, which has all the education budgets. And from time to time, we create pilot programs where we set money aside specifically for certain purposes. So if you had an idea for a model that you wanted to get some money for targeted purposes out to schools that want to act on that idea, whether it's a club model or establishing an environmental curriculum, and as students you were to come to the legislature and propose this idea to us, we would evaluate the possibility of setting up a pot of money, a special fund, to make grants out of specifically for those purposes.
You know, when a program's successful and there's something that we're proud of and it's having good impacts, you know, legislators can bring that to the attention of other legislators in the state and to the public.
I think you're headed in the right direction, and you just need to keep doing more of what you're doing now.